All right, this is a little Cub update video. As you can see here, I've got a lot done there since the last video, well over a month ago, and I apologize for not keeping up a little better here. But anyways, I got the engine off, the boot cowling, got the frame pretty much all the way stripped down except for the elevator incidence trim back here on the back. Still taking it apart or whatever here. That's what I've been kind of working on there today a little bit between this and that and everything else. But the frame, I got all my cables out. Except for the throttle cable up here. I got to pull the throttle cable there out, and but I had it out the other couple of weeks ago and degreased it, pulled it out, and used some degreaser and pressure washed the frame down real good. So that way, whenever I start sandblasting, you know, it'll be sure to get all the grease off of it and keep the primer from bubbling up and fisheye and stuff or whatever, you know, whenever I start priming it back after I sandblast. But got the engine over here, the old factory floorboards from 1946. I degreased all of these pieces here, the pedals and everything, and the brake master cylinders, and got to get new lines and everything. Fuel tank, got to get the fuel tank cleaned up, repainted and everything, and redo my straps that holds the tank in. Got to get the engine sent off to, there's a guy in Atlanta that my cousin told me about that works on engines and everything, so gonna send it off to him. Hopefully get it, you know, go through it or whatever, and just double check. Compression check and everything is all, you know, tested good there last time we tested it, and so, you know, I still want to go through it, make sure everything's hunky-dory on it before I put it back on the plane, because while it's already down this far, might as well, you know, spend an extra couple of grand or whatever and get it, you know, or however much, and you know, get it gone through, checked out. But got bits and pieces here scattered out everywhere. Got me a new air compressor, 60-gallon Husky, and little 110-pound sandblaster. Well, it holds 110 pounds of blasting material. And got my air dryers and everything hooked up here. Got a air dryer set here, and then regulator and moisture trap, but I think this is also a moisture trap here pretty much, and then this is the air dryer. It's got all the little beads that you have to put in there or whatever, and set it up to where I can run, you know, separate hose here off of it, and got shut off valve here, put one here on my tank, and took forever to get all, you know, get all these pieces and stuff there at Home Depot. I ordered the tank and the lines, or the 3-foot hose and the 50-foot hose from Home Depot, but I had to go get all the galvanized fittings and everything, and took me forever to find all them pieces. But anyways, here's another little thing here I've done. Well, since last video, got my wings hung up, got the elevators and stuff over here. With the wings, what I've done here is I've got to put a bicycle pulley. That's what it is. Got them at Harbor Freight for like $8 each, and I've got 4 of them. So I got one on this end of the wing and one down on the other end of the wing, and they just, you know, tie off right here on the side. But gotta have the air conditioner in the shop, baby. Yeah, got it on 68. But there's the rudder, the doors and everything, the ailerons hanging over here, the prop, little workbench all scattered out. Other wing here, struts there. A little work cart or whatever. But I've been taking everything apart. Best way to keep up with it, you know, is like this right here is everything that's for the elevator trim. I still got a couple of pieces here to take apart, you know, the pulleys and stuff, and got to take those apart and put them in the bag. But got a bolt gauge here that got an aircraft spruce, and just tells you everything about the bolts and, you know, your AN numbers and all that and whatnot. But it's pretty interesting. You know, I had never had one, but got my sandblast suit and hood and all that stuff here. And then all the other nuts and bolts in bags. Got everything there written down on the baggage what they are. Cables, I ain't sure if we're gonna put new cables on or not. Those are pretty old, but they're still good cables. They don't have no nicks or nothing like that in them so far. But got everything piled up over here, trash and stuff I got to haul off. Had to get me a new spray gun, Husky set, and the dash down here. Thought about, I don't know, it would be nice to have a wood grain, solid, you know, real wood dash. I think that would look pretty sharp in the Cub. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I know factory is, you know, black, you know, metal, whatever, but the boot cowl here is all dented up from where Granddaddy would throw his elbow up there whenever he would dump gas over in it, you know, out of the 5-gallon Army tanks that we use for gas. But you know, got to have, you know, new boot cowling, new seat covers, and, you know, tons of stuff on here. You know, got to put in a new temperature gauge, oil pressure gauge, and stuff. You know, that is the original factory gauge. That's the original factory, I think. Yeah. So all 4 of them right there are factory gauges, and compass. Then the RPM gauge is the new gauge or whatever. But I've got the old one sitting up here on the shelf, you know, that's from the factory. But anyways, just thought I'd make a video. Got to put new bungees on. But I got to pull all the landing gear here off of it, and you know, strip the, you know, tail wheel and everything else here off the frame so I can get it and, you know, put it on a rotisserie type setup to sandblast. But anyways, I'm just rambling on. Just thought I'd make an update video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more update videos on the Cub restoration here. And got my signs hung up. Air show sign. Granddaddy skydived that year. Well, it was 1968, I believe it was. And jumped out with American flag. Then I've got some other pictures and signs and stuff here and little airplanes hanging from the ceiling. But anyways, thanks for watching.